What's up, guys? Good old PokePsota here, and what drives me absolutely crazy about the Pokemon industry? It just makes me, it like actually pisses me off. But stay tuned, it's going to be a rant.
You shall not pass.
Hey guys, PokePsota here, and what drives me nuts about the whole Pokemon hobby more than anything, it's finding product. Product is abysmal to find sometimes. Finding drops online, tough to do. Okay, tonight we got the Sam's Club one, but how good is it going to be? But what drives me nuts, like just fuels my fire, is when local card shops get upset because people aren't buying from them. And I have a few issues with it. And I I got turned off of local card shops back during COVID because I'd seen card shop employees in line at Walmart, at Target, GameStop, and they were buying the stuff off the shelves to put it on their shelves to sell it. Okay. Now, why does this get brought up to me? And I've told this story to dozens of people as I've stood in line during restocks of why I go to Walmart, Best Buy, Game on Games, even. Okay. Game on Games, at least they're not going to Walmart, to Target, to Best Buy and buying the stuff and putting it on their shelves. They're just scalping you right out in front of you. Okay. Now, the video I want to talk about this is with Mason. This is Cardinal Games. Cardinal Games, I believe it's in Kentucky, maybe. I can't remember where it's at for sure, but he's got two stores there. I've watched Mason for years here. He's got about 28,000 subs. I think I started watching him when he was probably around that 12 to 13,000 subs. So he's kind of exploded here. But this whole video right here, and I'll link it below, but what Pokemon buying Excel brands means for the hobby. And he's talking about how, maybe Pokemon, you should just basically let the card stores have the product and not give as much to the big box stores. That'd be fine. But charge a reasonable price then. If you were to get enough of the product to charge a reasonable price, sure. But if you're charging more than Target and Walmart, I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, I don't get how you can sell. Now, you can't see the prices up here, but up there, there's a Phantasmal Flames. It's a Pokemon Center ETB for $230. $500 here for Hidden Fates. They got other ones up there. And there's a Mega Evolution Pokemon Center one. So they have a bunch of products there. You're going to see stuff on there where right here it looks like an SV base box in the background for $270. Okay, 270. Now, I know that these guys aren't making 20, 30 bucks off these sales. I know for a fact that the distro guy here in town, when he was getting SV base, he was paying right at $80 to $85 for them. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say to the local card shop people. If you want business and you want people to buy from you, I get it. If you're buying collections at 70 to 80% and you're selling them because you got to get market value out and make some money, I understand that. But don't expect people not to come and buy your stuff if you're not charging decent prices throughout the year. There's a shop 35 minutes away from us. They sell at MSRP for everything to the loyal customers they've had. Okay. I'm not one of them. I've never bought from them. I got a buddy that buys from them every week. He goes over there to Kearney, Nebraska, is what it is, and he buys stuff. And this isn't just Mason here at Cardinal Games. I see this with other people complaining about it with that own card shops, how tough the business is and stuff like right now. Yeah, if I have the opportunity as a person that is just going to buy some cards for my collection and I can go to Walmart and buy a $60 ETB, or I can go support my local card shop and pay $100 for an ETB. Well, what's my local card shop do to support me? I'm paying them that extra money just because, where they're not paying $60 for that ETB. They're getting these ETB cases for probably right around $400 a case. They're making anywhere from $10 to $20 per ETB. So when they go and sell those at $100, they're making $60. It's no different. You can't be upset at people that go to these stores and go to Target, they go to Walmart, Best Buy, and they wipe out the shelves, and then they go and sell the stuff on TCG Player. Hard to be mad at them when they're selling it for the same price the local card shops are selling it for. So I don't understand how local card shops can be upset. Now I experienced this firsthand during COVID. I remember standing in line, and one of the local card shop owners was in line. I'm just like, what the heck? Like all I wanted was a celebration GPC. Like it's really all I wanted. I hunted for one of these forever because I wanted to buy one at MSRP, and there wasn't a limit at Walmart. They were cleaning stuff out. Like they were there when the stuff got loaded, cleaned it all out. And the comment I heard was, I have to eat too. Well, if you expect people that were loyal fans and loyal people to your shops to go, you can't do it. You got to figure out what you want to do. You got to figure out if you want to upset people so you can make a few extra bucks, or if you just say, you know what, I got to get my stuff from distro, got to sell it at a reasonable margin. Okay, even if you're selling it for above MSRP, which is fine. MSRP, I get it. Like, there's no such thing as that anymore. I don't expect a card shop to come out and be like, you know what, booster box is 165. But if you have a card shop that comes out and they're like, hey, perfect order is 199.99, it's 20-30 bucks below what you're buying it off of TCG Player or eBay. Yeah. Because the thing is if they're selling it for $30 less than what's selling for on TCG Player and eBay, they're making more money because that 15% and they don't have to ship it. I I just don't know. Like I watched the whole video with Cardinal Games from Mason. Like I said, I'll link it below. Watch it. I think Mason, they run a great shop. I really enjoy their footage and stuff like that. But I can't be on the side of the local card shop not getting enough from distro when Pokemon's saying, "Hey, if I sell it to Walmart, if I sell it to Target, because if they're buying Excel brands, so they're going to be their own distro person." If I give it to Walmart and I give it to Target, at least I know they're selling it at one point for right around the MSRP. If someone goes in and wipes it out, it is what it is. You can't tell me a local card shop is some superhero because they're marketing it above MSRP. They're selling that ETB for $100 because then they know it won't get bought out because then they're letting the cards get into the people's hands that deserve to have it. Well, if I'm Pokemon, by giving it to the bigger stores, you are giving it a chance for other people to get it in their hands. If the bigger stores would just start doing, uh, minimums you can buy, okay? If Walmart wouldn't definitely do the 5 product limit per day or something, then yeah, it would be. But I guarantee you, then you would not see local card shops knocking their price down because they're like, you know what? It's been solved. Walmart's doing their part in the hobby. Let's do our part in the hobby. Hell no, you guys. A local card shop is going to sell their product for as much profit as they can get. Prove me wrong. There's very few card shops out there that won't do that. And you can say it's ruining the hobby all you want, that these big box stores are getting everything, but at least that gives the opportunity for someone to have to go in there, clear it out, maybe look like a scumbag then, and then they can resell it. A local card shop, they can really manipulate it a lot easier. They can basically say, like, hey, it's limit of one per person. That ETB is $60 on the shelf, and we're selling for 80. I don't even see I don't see a card shop at all selling for 80 bucks. There's no card shop selling the ETBs for $80. So it would do no good to make card shops the gatekeepers on this because then they would be able to set the price that they want on it. If they switched it and flipped it around where card shops got 70% of the product and Walmart's, Target's, big box stores got 30% of the product, do you think Pokemon's prices would go down? I don't. I think they would skyrocket. The demand for the product is too big. They have to have a larger store help quench that thirst by having the product there. Even if the product is there for a day, at least it's there where people have an opportunity to at least find some. I've been to restocks every week, I mean, for months now. And I see the same people. I do. But there's times where I don't. I see a new person and they're like, how do you guys know it's here? And we're like, oh, it's trial and error. Like we've been here, we kind of see what the route and the routine is. And we never say like, oh, well, we're taking it all. Okay. The only time I've ever seen someone that gets super greedy that wants to take it all is someone that hasn't been to a restock forever. And it's hard for me to fault them because they have not had a chance to eat for a while. And so when and I the thing is like I said, go follow Cardinal Games. Mason, they do a great job. Like they have a great channel, they got a ton of subs. Just watch this video. Let me know what you think of it because I just honestly like I don't know. I didn't agree with it at all because I don't think by letting card shops gatekeep because that's the product they sell is the way to do it. It'd be like having liquor stores gatekeep all the beer and alcohol sales and not letting other stores sell it, like a Walgreens, a Target, Walmart, Hy-Vee. If you don't let other people be able to influence the market, that's when a huge bottleneck happens because the price gets totally manipulated. So that that's just kind of my take on it, guys. I mean, I want to know what you guys think. And Mason Cardinal Games, I've emailed you before in the past. You've always done a good job. You've emailed me whenever I've had a question on something. A card sorter was one I had, and I've had a question on before. But like I'm saying, like definitely, I'm going to tag these guys in it. I want to know if they think that that really is a solution. If local card shops, if they're given the ability to have all the product, would they still sell it at MSRP or above MSRP even, like 10% above? That booster box for 165, sell it for 180 because you guys aren't getting them for that price unless you're buying collections out. You guys are getting them for a cheaper price. Okay. And it's a fact that you guys are. I mean, the highest price I've seen someone get an ETB for that gets distro was they were paying $45 for a $59.99 MSRP ETB. Okay. And that was for Mega Evolution. $45. That means they're still making $15 for every ETB. On that ETB case, okay, that they got, they're making $150 on it and they sold it super fast. So I don't know. I'd love to know what you guys think about it. Let me know. Do you think if you let local card shops gatekeep all the Pokemon product, no longer big box stores type deal, do you think it would work? If people just stuck with online sales of local game stores and had local game stores that are just, physical brick and mortar ones, do you think that would help? I don't think it would. I think you have to have your larger stores, your Sam's Clubs, your Costco's, Targets, Best Buys, GameStops, even. I mean, you in Walmart, you have to have those. If you don't, there's no chance for that MSRP to come out. I haven't got MSRP or a little above MSRP at at a card store. Besides, when my buddy went over to the one in Kearney and they bought over there, they got MSRP for like one ETB and one booster box. If they had extra, they'd sometimes do it. But I mean, that's all. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy to think that local card shops all of a sudden would become, super heroes that they're just going to sit there and save Pokemon with MSRP. I just don't see it. I don't know how it would. It's never been proven to me yet, and I've been buying cards now for 7 years, longer than that. If you go when my kids were collecting them before I was, For 7 years now, they've been going to restocks, and I've yet to seen a card store where they're like, you know what, we're gonna cut you a deal on this one. When Vivid Voltage come out, I was paying 100. At that time, booster boxes were like 119, 129. I think 139.99 was probably MSRP around there. But I was paying over 140 to 200 for Vivid Voltage when that came out. Okay, because that was the hot item. And so when it was the hot item, what did the card store do? They're like, "Hey, we got it, but if you want it, you got to pay a little bit more." And I was willing to do it because I wanted the product. Okay. Um, if you think if you think card stores won't do that now, I mean, Pokemon, prove me wrong. If you drop to every local card shop 2 cases of prismatic ETBs, and you're telling me they're going to sell those for $60 MSRP, or they'll sell them for 75 when the market is over 150. If you can tell me that, any of you guys watching this, if you can tell me that, I will eat my words 100%. I will I will make a huge video apologizing to every local card shop there is out there. But I don't see it. I just don't think local card shops are ever going to be the bigger person if there's money to be made out there. And I don't blame them. If they get a chance to make some money, I get it. Why wouldn't you? But you can't tell me that they're gonna sit there and be like, we'll be the bigger person if we had all this distro. That's what would happen. So that's my little rant, guys. You'll see right there, I got how to set up an EMIT 4K webcam. I couldn't get my webcam to work. I just got a new webcam though. It looks like a little bit clearer picture. I really like it. So, but hey guys, that's my video for today. Remember, nothing against Cardinal Games. I watch Mason. I'm a subscriber. I think I'm a subscriber. I was at one time. Yep, I'm a subscriber to the channel. But yeah, I enjoy their content. I think they do a great job. And remember, guys, if you got any questions, whatever you think, and remember, look at the pinned comment below. I want to see what you guys think about this. Do you think local card shops should be the gatekeeper, or do you think you like the way it's distroed right now? So remember, guys, PokePsota here, and as always, catch them all.